Yeah, just in the website. Apparently, that's Absolute Linux forum doesn't seem to be that many, in the forum. I don't know if it's in. Well, no, okay, there's a lot of topics, okay, but at least a lot of these are. It's not really anything responding. I guess I won't. Anyway, we can go into Absolute Linux. There we go. So this is the system that I'm, I'm pretty, as far, at the first hand impression, I'm pretty, what do you call it? Finally something, that is worth looking further into. Oh, is that the right homepage? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is the website for Absolute Linux. It's a 64-bit Linux distribution based upon Slackware. No idea what Slackware is. It concentrates on desktop use so that it is ready for internet, multimedia, document, and general home use out of the box. Absolute is lightweight. It absolutely does, feel like that for sure. Meaning two things: that it can run on modest hardware, and that the OS interface stays out of your way. Yeah, that is exactly how it feels, Really, in regards of the system that, in regards of Linux, that I felt like stayed most out of the way that I've ever tried was in regards of Crunchbang. But of course, the author stopped producing Crunchbang, and he didn't. And then it became NetBunsen, but NetBunsen just totally ruined everything and was slow, and lots of things and this. And I guess you can edit things to get it the way you want. And of course, Crunchbang, you also needed to dig around to get things to work, right? But I haven't, it's just disgusting to see one guy ruin everything because he didn't want the project to go on. In regards, you gotta be kidding me. Why couldn't he just hand it out to, hand it over to, that's the whole point of Linux, isn't it? Of course, there are Crunchbang plus, that someone is it's not as perfect as the original Crunchbang in regards of, sometimes that's, some errors here and there, but it's still pretty, it's still better than nothing. It's pretty close, but I have the, I did find the last Crunchbang, and it's just so, there's not really any errors in it as far as I recall. It's just pretty much wonderful. And then this guy just throws it all out, and it's very sad. I have it here, I think. Yeah, Crunchbang 11 2013. It's like, it's 9 years ago, and still I've been paddling for so many years, and I never got on the Linux wagon. I was so close to actually getting on the Linux wagon with Crunchbang, setting it up to be, amazing actually. But then I ruined that. Stupidity, and yeah, wow, just wasted so many years. It's hard to imagine that I've used, since, so many years, I've just tried again, it's just try to just get things working, right? And it apparently doesn't, maybe I just need to give up and stop trying, because it's it's like 7 years since he closed it's like 9 years in total, and what I've been doing these 9 years, still at it, trying to sort out something, and it's just, because it doesn't really matter in regards of getting off grid and all that, not having so much power anymore. You know, probably have, you know, in the summer and all that, right? But won't be able to do as much as. But yeah, I don't know if that's a possibility, but or what could be wrong with it, but I would, instead of LibreOffice, I would install OpenOffice, if that's possible. I don't know if that's any kind of, but OpenOffice is at least on Windows faster and has a better interface like the good old days, and that would also further match better in regards of his system overall. Because this LibreOffice nonsense of this graphical thing and all that, I haven't tested, OpenOffice compared to LibreOffice on Linux. It does seem pretty quick to open up, so maybe it's just a problem on Windows. I don't know, but the interface, it's I just give me a break. Just give me back to OpenOffice, So, but yeah, it's not very snappy on Windows, that for sure, in regards of portable and all that. It's just terrible slow. And when you're sitting there and pushing it and you're waiting, but this is actually pretty quick, on the Linux here. I'm pushing and let's see, 1, 2, yeah, and it's open. So that's actually pretty quick. So maybe it's because of the programmers maybe focusing more on Linux than Windows or something like that. But still the interface is terrible. I just want the OpenOffice, and it would suit more his system overall. But besides that, it's nice. It has a lot of good things. Like and of course, there's a lot of things I need to try out, if anything. Anyway, let's see here. Maybe I should flip it on the right here. We can fix that. Is it going? There we go. So it is a version compatible with Slackware, so you can use almost any package from the same version of Slack on Absolute. Development libraries, headers for everything installed are always included, so you can code and or build almost anything from source. It is what I use all day, every day, and I'm very thankful for Linux and Slackware, and I hope others find benefit from my work on Absolute, Paul Sherman. And he must be one of the guys from of old, Is that the version I'm using? Yeah, I guess that was the version that I've been using. Oh, it's complaining as usual. It's an old mobile phone. So that's the last version, and that's the one that but this is the live, I think. So it can only run live. Just a thing to the author. Put the password in the README file, okay? In regards to the installation and all that, put the password for logging in and in the README file. Thank you. That would be very helpful. I was at that. Every obstacle you end up getting into makes a possible chance that you bail out. That you don't try. That you never get to try this wonderful system. This is a different live. You have to make a live, blah blah blah. It usually runs a lot slower than an installed instance of Absolute. And actually, if this system is running slower than when it's installed, it's running pretty quick, already from the USB. And I guess this, of course, is the newer edition, but it's probably somewhat of the same, right? This is from 7, right? It's just not. but it talks about, you know, it usually runs a lot slower than an installed instance of Absolute, but it can give you an idea of the look and what is available in Absolute without any risk to your current operating system. Actually, I don't care about that. I bought 4 hard drives, small hard drives. I got them pretty cheap, MSATA hard drives for my Slim client. So I have 4 of those, and I'll actually also have one that actually runs with SD card, because I've been trying lots of weird, you know, different things and all that. But I have like 428 MSATA, and I can just swap them out. So I don't care in regards of I can install whatever without any issue. Yeah, there was 3 browsers in it apparently. So, but yeah, this is the first Linux or Gnulix system after a lot of trials of, you know, just fixing one after another, and this one I might actually investigate further into, connect to the forum and do something of, and just give my kudos, I guess we call it, to the guy. Let's see, about screenshots, install guide, getting started. Well, I would need to, I guess, download for installing it. It could be interesting to see how it runs on an installed system, and maybe with a swap file as well, but I guess it probably won't use it. But well, it's actually having a swap file anyway. What's the installation? Is that the snapshot that is the installation for it? So we have a lot of live wave things and all that. I have the Slackware thing, which I have no idea what that is. Maybe his system is like a, what do you call it? A branch of a specific Linux environment of things. I don't know. So this must be the, of course I should download it, of course, on my computer instead. This must be the installation file, I guess. So I'll just go on my computer here, and it must be the snapshot, I guess. Oops, I don't have the keyboard in. I only have one keyboard, and so you need to swap the keyboard. And you want to see Absolute Linux and Maximum Rux and Bash. I don't know, yeah, whatever. Again, it would have been a lot easier if, again, you know, if one had grown up with Linux and forced into using Linux, then it would have been a lot easier. Yeah, here we have like, it's kind of, you know, 3.2 gigabyte, right? And I was thinking like 3.2 gigabyte, it probably is one of these slow systems, right? You know, but no, it just have a good amount of different things already installed, which, you know, if one could uninstall a lot of those, you know, that would be pretty good overall. But yeah, let's see here. Let's download the zip file, and I think this will be the installation. So latest release is the snapshot. Yeah, okay. So let's try to, you know, install it. And it's nice to have these live images and all that, I guess, you know. Yeah, because you can see if it, you know, works and all that, and see how it is. This is something I wanna further, you know, use time on or try, and yeah, but yeah, I would, you know, I would look into the OpenOffice instead of the LibreOffice and see how that goes on Linux. And also there's some in regards to the things where it's portable Linux instead of all this other. I hate, you know, all these integrations into the system. It's just okay. Anyway, I guess it's still, no, it's recording. Okay, let's see, stop that recording. You can see what it's writing to, or it's writing, or well, how much it's writing. So, well, it's still upgrading as well, apparently. So, of course, if I install it, you know, that's much rather a point in regards of actually fixing all the upgrades and all that, all those many updates. But yeah, the system is running very smoothly. Apparently I have some problems with regards of closing that down at the moment. But anyway, I have a good amount of windows, and yet it feels snappy. And if it's even going to be snappier when I install it on the system itself, you know, it's running from the USB, and that's a USB 2. So, but yeah, it's running with, you know, pretty good, you know. Okay, it's still doing its, you know, but that's of course the upgrade of the, or update is stating the drivers and all that. Apparently it takes a little forward, of course. Oh, I closed it. Well, anyway, let's just shut it down. Wow. Okay, that goes quick. Well, I still have the hanging in regards to the installation of drivers at the moment, upgrading AAGILE, you know. But the rest of the windows is pretty much closed down like that. That's pretty nice. Wow. And this is like an old machine, you know. It's like, well, no, it's not an old machine. It's just a, sorry, I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. I'm a good amount of tired. So, I've been doing a lot of things, but yeah, it looks very interesting, the system, and it feels snappy. And many of these other Linux systems, like having all this graphic bullshit, doesn't feel snappy at all. And I wanna, you know, I had some of these, and they should have been, you know, lightweight systems, right? But you know, you get disappointed. There was one specific system I was thinking, this sounds very good, and I also joined the forum, but you know, just trying it was like, no, absolutely not. And I'm thinking like a system like this, if it's as snappy as this, maybe one can actually emulate a Windows 2000 system or something like that. And I was thinking like the very lightest of Linux, and then fix like a Windows 2000 system, emulate it over it, you know, and maybe that could work very nicely. If you have one snappy system and you fix it with that kind of a software, and you have another snappy system installed in that, maybe you have, you know, maybe the both systems will still be snappy. Who knows? Okay, it's still having issues with closing down because it's doing the updating and all that. I can't really, you know, that's, oh, okay, I just push the button and then it just you know, apparently just forced it out of it. That's fine, you know, it's not like I'm, you know, it's updating and all that, and that's, of course, can't expect it to, but anyway, so let's put the USB in and put it, well, whatever, as long as it finds it. Okay, yes, scan and fix, whatever. Apparently, because I took it out, it apparently had some. Okay, so we have Absolute, and has this boot thing, and we have the README, but yet there's nothing in regards of a password, you know. Kind of, that's kind of, not, you know, it's kind of not so good. Besides that, it's pretty good, you know. Okay, how far is it? Okay, we have it downloaded, and we'll extract it. Okay, normally might be one of these nerds that knows Linux from the good old days, that just, you know, it's wonderful when there's people out there that knows things of that nature. Sadly, I don't have that experience. That's what I believe, but feel like mega sucks about mega sucks. Anyway, gassing them. No, because of, yeah, well. Anyway, now I'm getting tired. I can't really get my thoughts, or just, so, yeah, but it's like, if you grew up with Linux, and had that as a norm, it would have been a lot easier. But and I grew up with Windows 2000, and that's where I feel home, pretty much. So the first, a system that is looking like Windows 2000, yeah, that's the direction I want to go, at least for my. Okay, anyway, so this should be, I guess, the installation. So I guess one need to do the same thing as the other. So we copy this. Let's wait. Let's see, properties. 3 gigabyte, 3.23. Okay, let's see the other one here. I see 5.22, but maybe it actually has taken some of these download. That's actually interesting. If actually just maybe it's like one of these consistent live. Well, I guess I can try that some other time, I guess. But that could be interesting if that's the case. That you can actually make a what do you call it? Skip. May no longer. Oh, cancel. We can also about just format. Format. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could be interesting if it's actually one of these live, where it actually saves the things. That will be interesting. Just go. Okay. I'll have to try that for sure. That could be interesting. That's interesting. Actually, okay, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. As far as I recall, in regards to the live, it took it took some time to actually copy it over. But yeah, I have to try with this live thing, but because maybe it actually just download the drivers, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe you can just use it directly from the USB, and have it working, and actually having, what is it called, a persistent USB, a persistent live. That'll be pretty good. Contact. Let's see what. Okay. I need to go to bed. I really would like to further, just to get installed and go from there. There's all the updates. A good, website like the good old days. Well, of course, at least it feels like it doesn't. Well, I guess the menu is not like. It's usually not the thing that the animation doesn't make it feel snappy. That's usually the problem with a lot of these internet things. every time they have animation, it just feels like things are slowing down. I hate, just hate it. So I don't have animations on my website. I don't have time for animation anyway. Having to wait for it to, you know, see some pictures of it maybe. Well, that's mine. It's nearly over on the USB. There we go. Now I see it. And yeah, that pretty much looks like it, And look at this, And apparently you can just drag and drop from the browser. pretty awesome, Drag and drop. Yeah, it pretty much looks what that's some of the images. Amazing. So again, I will have to further look into it tomorrow maybe or something like that, and further also try some of the other systems I have, so I can delete some more ISO files. So I have a good amount of more Linux systems to try out that I downloaded. Maybe some that also needs to be downloaded to try out. But at least I found a thing that looks interesting. So, if we can run it from a USB key as well, your persistent USB, that could also be pretty cool. I'm thinking for my, it might work pretty good in regards of making maybe a standard USB. Yeah, that might work that way. I'll need to sort that out and check if that's possible. Like I've had a system on my USB, my old HyperX, that I used for many years. I've taken the metal out, so you don't have the blue things and all that. I've found out the newer model as well. You could actually take this huge, metal piece in the middle. You can just take it off and you slimmed it down. This metal piece really didn't do anything besides maybe protect it for damage if you get it run over. But what is the chance that it will be run over? Okay, please wait, setting up, and pretty much should be done. Now we should have a boot. What does the README say? Nothing in regards of a password, but I guess it's not going to run. It should not run. It should ask me in regards of password and all that. So the question is, what do I actually usually use on Linux? I can't remember. Yeah, I guess I use Ducky, I think. Okay, anyway, okay, let's turn it on. I need to get up and, yeah, but very nice. Very nice. I'm absolutely going to further look into this system. Okay, we have run Linux and run debug. So how do I install it? If this is we'll see if it's in the installation or not, I guess. It should be the installation, but maybe I need to look into how to install it. It's doing all these things. Let's see, install or download. What was this, the download or the installation things here? No, that's just this. I'll see what it does, I guess. The website uses cookies. All that nonsense. About install guide. There we go. Okay, when you first start the machine and it boots from the CD-ROM, well, not CD-ROM. Welcome to Absolute blah blah blah. Well, that's not really showing. Yeah, I haven't really seen any of those. Doesn't, pretty much just seems to go into the live installation, you know, and now it's asking for user and password, which I can't remember. Which I found someplace. Oh my. And I guess I will. What did Slackware? We can open Slackware, I guess. Grab from the repository builds 15. But anyway, it does seem to still have the issues with the graphics in the beginning, but this should have been another. This should have been like Absolute 64 snapshot, right? But do I copy the snapshot over? Maybe that's not the file I need to download for installation. I'm lost. Install guide. Getting started. Oh, control panel. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, how do I install it? When you first start the machine and it boots from the CD-ROM, you will see the screen below. I haven't seen that screen. But, you know, latest release information. Not just other information. ISO at Slack. Oh, this is the latest installer for Absolute. Okay. I guess this must be the one. So this is the latest installer for Absolute size. Why is that like 2? Same size. ISO at slackware.org. Okay. ISO Absolute Home. Okay, so it's the same file. Okay, about these two. Great. So I guess okay, that's the ISO file. Okay, so I need to. Okay. So I wonder in regards to Absolute 64 snapshot, is that just the same as the? It seems to be. Yeah, the same time. And we got. I guess that's a live snapshot then that he's using. Okay. Well, okay, we sorted that out, I guess. So we can close the other thing down, and I still can't remember what the login. Well, maybe root. I think. Actually, maybe it was root. Root. I guess. Yeah. Well, this. Yeah, live root. Okay. Getting tired. So here we have an ISO file. I can just fix it over to a bootable thing, and then try to run the installation and see what happens. I don't know, maybe I could actually just fix the hard drive in regards to this first, in regards to dividing how the hard drive should work. Or B, opening it up again and just pushing root thing, and although I can also do that with the other. I have Crunchbang still on this, and it still sort of work, you know. It doesn't have all these applications that you usually don't. You know, it's much more minimalistic, I guess. But an old Crunchbang. So 2 minutes. Oh, I need to go to bed. I wanna go to. Well, I guess it's not bad to just stretch it a little. Yeah. If I can, like, because then I'm hopefully not going to wake up too early. So I'm struggling for sure, keeping up. Okay, let's see if it goes in, and then oh, we need the keyboard. Keyboard. That'll be nice when I only have one computer to do all the things pretty much. Yeah, the graphics just in the beginning when you have this live thing is broken. I wonder if I let it fix itself and then restart, if it's then fixed, you know. And like you can see the graphic drivers, but you know, it fixes itself, you know, and when it fixes itself, it's, you know, this is the, I don't think that's on purpose, but in any case, it sorts itself out. So, but I do wonder if it, you know, after it sorts itself out, if I can then just, you know, if it saves the settings and all that. Anyway, what I did last time, and you can see the menu is also kind of, you can see the graphics and that, but at the very opening of the media player, the MPV media player, it's fixed the issue. We'll see if it, yeah, there we go. That's all that it was needed, just opening one application, and then everything is as it should be. So now we can like try to, I guess, shut down. And I'll just try, you know, to see if it's persistent or something like that. I guess if I had the know-how and all that, I could have fixed my own system and fixed it like I wanted it, right? But I didn't take that way, and I have so many other things in my brain. So, you know, that's the problem. You focus on, you know, you can only do so much with your brain, you know. There's like a limit to things. So that's why you won't like to be fed with all the bullshit and garbage. It's loading. But yeah, this will be interesting. You know, it will be interesting to see when installed if it's going to be in faster, you know. That'll be interesting. Let's see what happens when it starts up this time. Yeah, might be a perfect system for my little slim client. Yep, the graphic drivers I think is problematic, and it's probably will be broke again when I get in. We'll see. I guess if I want to see the login screen, I guess I will just need to. Yeah, the graphic issue is still there. Well, we'll just open MPV. I don't know if you can just open another application as well, but MPV at least will make it work. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now the log. Okay, I tried to log out, and now the logout also looks as it should. Okay, let's make the absolute ISO thing and install it. I guess I can always try to. I got all those updates. I can always try to. On another point, I guess. Let's get it some speed with fast hard drive, right? Okay, so we'll use Rufus. I'll just select and go into the download absolute ISO. I'll go and MBR blah blah blah. Yeah, and we'll take the right one here and say start. Yep, there we go. And it will take a little time to fix the USB. Well, again, USB 2.0. I should go to bed. It's like, you know, you just want to do one more step, right? It's terrible. Just want to do one more step, one more step, one more step, one more. But anyway, at least I've gotten Windows 7 fixed pretty much. Took way too long. Can't install Windows 2000 XP on the Slim client. But maybe I can install Linux and Windows 2000 on top of it. It would be interesting to see how it works, you know. I will also still, you know, there's still the option that maybe someone could solve the issue in regards to the blue screen. But I've pretty much for now given up on that. You know, it could be different things. Driver, it could be a combination of drivers and BIOS settings, because the BIOS setting in regards of you know, as sometimes this works with this BIOS setting and sometimes this doesn't work with this and that and all that. So you have multiple things that is kind of so maybe you need to have the right drivers for and the right BIOS. And maybe also the right boot thing, who knows. And maybe you just need to find the exact combination of it all, and you know, as the devil waste our time with all this garbage when you should just be, it should be very easy to make a boot thing and all that. It shouldn't be necessary to do all these stupid bullshit things. It's just to make it harder for the user. It should be as easy peasy as taking the files, dumping them on the USB, and whoopty, it should be bootable if you wanted it to be bootable. It shouldn't really be a big, huge problem, because it should just be, you know, if the system just looks for a specific kind of file or kind of place and all that, you know, that's all it would need. But apparently, yeah, we have all this bullshit making it hard, and then you need to use one application, another application, a third application, a fourth application, and all these complications and all that, and the hoops and all that. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's a depravity. Now we're halfway. Oh. Halfway. Well, let's see what we have more. Oh, so halfway. Okay, let's see what we have. Let's take this historic guy. Okay, welcome to Absolute Win version. A pre-installed system. Okay, instead of installing, then you can enter the following at the boot prompt. Okay, auto install option is that menu will wipe and reformat the hard drive of your choice. Install Lilo and complete most of the install for you. Install Lilo, what is Lilo? If you want to natural partition your hard drive, exit the setup menu when it appears and run cf disk and then type setup to re-enter setup. Doesn't really matter, you know, I just run with the easy peasy, I guess. Okay. If no parameters are needed, simply hit the enter key. You should do select key map to choose the proper layout, then the options gets more fun. Oh, you think fun, okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Yippee, yay! Absolute in. Absolute in. Oh, install. Okay. Well, it's interesting. Absolute in. In, you know. Yep, let's get it in. I guess he has a little humor. That guy. Oh well, anyway. I feel like this. Yeah, well. No, it doesn't seem like Linux have any issues with the USB 3.0 as Microsoft has. So that's nice. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, it's already decompressing Linux and all that, apparently. I didn't check the ISO file and all that in regards of this and that. Oh, yeah, if it breaks, I guess it breaks, right? I should also fix my other computer to something I was thinking about in regards of besides the antivirus. I can't remember. I have this one and that one checked. I have the others too. Well, what does? Oh, can we take more? No, let's just take those two and scan the files. Okay, let's see here. Are we good? Welcome to Absolute Linux. Select your choice below using an interesting color choice. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we have auto partition and install with a few options, and we have exits. Just say okay, I see it. This is automatic partitions. Please select the target. Do it. Only, yeah, that's okay. Are you sure you want to globally erase existing data? Yes. SD is dedicated to absolute to absolute. It's maybe while SDA is prepared for absolute. Okay, so partitioning complete, adding this information, and that was pretty quick that it jumped further. So Slackware package directory was found. Hang on. Installing package. Oh, that's interesting. It's a little fast, so I can't really. There's a lot of good information, I would think, but it goes so quick. So, you know, if I could actually use I guess I could use the very slow USB key actually, if one wanted to follow along. To maybe have a chance to see the. Of course, one could also put some video. I guess some pretty good things like, you know, if your default font, a new default font can be chosen at any time by typing self console font. Apparently compressed 1.1 megabyte, uncompressed 3.7. And it's installing the keyboard package, I guess. And it's compressing. Apparently, it's pretty nice. You know, this is more like, you know, like the nerdy things, right? Kernel Huge, a fully loaded SMP Linux kernel. This is a Linux kernel with built-in support for most disk controllers. If you're looking for a more stripped-down kernel, this one contains everything. But yeah, well, that's a little quick. Kernel module is a piece of code that can be loaded and unloaded into the whatever. Oops. Anyway, and then it goes through a lot of probably good information, but it installs so quick even on my old system, so it's impossible to see it. Apparently I need a slower computer. Maybe with a slower hard drive and a slower USB. I should have installed this system on my. I'm not sure actually what is actually on that disk at the moment. Oh yeah, that was Windows 7. That's true. Some kind of Windows 7. So Interesting. So it has lots of information that it just goes through. One should really videotape it so one could see it, or I've one could install it, fix it on the slower USB and install it, and it should at least go a little, a little slower. Or I do have a hard drive that is slower than the SS. I could use a micro SD card module that I have, and then an old USB and all that might take the speed of things a little down. So one have a chance, but it's very interesting, and I liked this color thing and all that. It's amazing. I feel like it's just like, yeah, this guy, is that's wonderful. Here we have C++ support for, and then I just can't. But it's also about also size compressed, and then it's uncompressing apparently things. A very interesting install. Of course, we'll need to see if I can fix my keyboard to Danish. That's also something you can do in the terminal, I remember. But Crunchbang Plus Plus, I was running Crunchbang Plus Plus, and I didn't really feel like it. It didn't really feel, that, fast. So I think I will, seems like the hopes for this system seems to be more of a thing. I wonder how they actually make it quicker and feel snappy compared to other Linux things, But it's still the same kernel, isn't it? Or what? Maybe it's the things that is added to the system or something like that makes it either faster like the good old days or slow like the modern days. I see Ruby is interpreted scripting language for quick and easy. Yeah, so pretty much you just have the auto install. And boxes, real boxes. Like real boxes, right? Like not all this nonsense of self-thinning the corners or anything like that. Real boxes. That's what we like. Real boxes. Not all this soft bullshit. It's like, it's just on the Android phone, right? You don't have too much space anyway and pixels and all that. And yet they want to round the icons and all that. Just madness. You want to use all the space that you have. Not make round icons, You have the kernel source, Linux kernel source, Linux source, Linux or source code for Linux Torvalds Linux kernel. This is the complete and unmodified source code for the Linux kernel. So apparently it's a source code. Compressed and uncompressed, that's a huge difference. Incredible. Installing package I, and then lots of information is coming, but yeah, very interesting installer. And links to different things, and yeah. Incredible how much information there is. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to be finished. I want to sleep. Apparently the computer wanted to sleep as well. At least one of them. I do wonder why Crunchbang would feel. It was minimalistic. It pretty much felt pretty good in the past, but I don't know. What should pretty much to the same, and yet it doesn't feel as lightweight as one would have expected, at least. Still doing it? Yeah. Alright, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, I guess it's still installing. Daisy. Oh, okay, it's I think I go to bed. I just need to go to bed, I think. I'm going off sleeping.